Korean Tour. It's the 48th season of the LPGA of Korea Tour, which is the professional golf tour for women operated by the Korea Ladies Professional Golf Association. Looking very bright and resplendent. That's Lee Won. Has cast off her slacks today, which is a bit unusual. She normally does love to play mainly in slacks, but it's good to see her. She's come to play for the occasion, and left to be seen what she can come up with. She had a bit of a, well, I'm going to say not her bogey, but her boogie man yesterday was hitting the rough, and she did that a couple of times over. She kept hitting the rough. She kept getting onto the edge, off the fairways or into the cat box, and that's what kind of was a challenge for her for about almost 9 or 10 holes. Now today, well, let's find out what Lee Won can come up with.
자, 플레이하겠습니다. 뒤 잠시 멈춰주세요.
It's that old saying in life, you can cover all the loopholes. If something has to go wrong, it will. So here we are on hole 9, and that's going to be her second effort. Lee Won currently on 11 under. She's had just one. Well, 1 point that she's gained since yesterday. Really, golfers like Lee of time. So temperature conditions are always very, very important. Wind conditions, and you can see those patches of white. Well, that's what happens with the sakura blossoms. They, first are that really beautiful pink, and then of course it kind of withers down to a white, and then the, the flowers finally fall off, or the blossoms finally fall off, and you'll see a lot of them strewn on the ground. Absolutely wonderful. So yesterday was such a picture perfect day, but today, well, it could be a picture perfect day for our golfers depending on who caps it off here today, and that's going to be a very, very important one. So 18 degrees Celsius, sunny skies predicted for most part of the day. Wind speeds are just about 2.7 miles. I think it shouldn't be really too daunting. You can see the greatest indicator of it is when you see the flagstick sway. The moment they start to do the salsa, you know that there's something wrong on, and that the wind's going to play truant to whatever our golfers' efforts are. Lee Won. And I think she'll be fairly happy with the fact that she's had quite an impressive run in this tour. Really, it's like pretty much the inaugural event, or the precursor to what, or the pre-event, or the prequel. The prequel, that's the right way to put it, to what has to come up for you later on. And she, of course, could not defend that, but she's looking for her first win here. 17 meters to the hole number 9. Oh, that would have been such an amazing finish. Well, something's got to give, it's got to give. And what's very interesting here is, while, Lee Won actually missed out on the title at the year's Lee Won. And it's uncanny how you normally have the trios changing from day to day, depending on the scores and what will be the focus point, or who could be, the projected winners or the favorites. And yesterday, Lee Won and Hong Junmin were together with Jung Ji-ho, and it looks like, well, they're inseparable when it comes to the contest. So here we go back again. Lee Won, she's a lot closer, and a chance here for her to take the lead once again, a lead that she held for most part of round 3. I do stand corrected. There's a chance for her to finish on par and stay as a co-leader. 100% par save so far today. And I think this is really, you know, that part that I was talking about. Golfers get to play in free fall or on free flow when you're looking at, you know, the first 2 days of the first 2 rounds. Settle for an on par. Birdie would have been good for An Song Yi. Here's Lee Yvonne. She's had a hiccup on this hole, and she will have to drop points, aiming for a bogey here now. Hole number 9. Well, she does manage to finish that, which means now she goes to, well, second on the leaderboard. And, she's also had a driving accuracy about 29% today. She's on a 10 under. Well, she's got herself on the fairways, but I think this is one area where Lee Won will probably go back and after this tournament work on. You know, her driving hasn't been the best, and as I said on the final day, you know, when you're up, and especially when you're the front, you know, 3 or the top 3 on the leaderboard, there's always going to be that expectation. I mean, knowing that you've come so close, and then you tend to be a lot more meticulous in your play. Well, it happens in a regular round of golf, even when it's non-competitive. So, you know, it's an entirely different story when you're playing at this level, and you're playing for pride, and you're playing for, you know, the prize money as well. Here's Lee Won onto a second stroke for hole 10. Got a bit of a chilly dip there, but I don't think it's going to worry her too much. Well, she's got herself onto the green. Now it's all about how she can navigate through and find, you know, the flagstick. Lee Won aims for birdie on hole number 10. Oh, that would have been fantastic. She'll have to take an on par, but it wasn't always going to be easy. It was a bit of a distance, but she can just tap that in and clean it up. Shouldn't be too much of shouldn't be any stress at all, if you ask me. So Lee Won will hold on to that 10 under score, and she knows as long as she doesn't drop an positive note, well, that does well. Lee Won gets ready to tee off now. She's had an even score and a birdie on day 2 and 3. She tees off for hole number 11. Now here's Lee Won. The second stroke for hole 11. She's still on that 10 under. It's back to Lee Won. The third stroke for hole 11. She's got to approach this carefully. Well, the birdie might be out of contention. Well, an on-par finish definitely will be. Oh, that could have been... That's what I meant. Golfers always shut me out. That was an exemplary effort from her. I just thought that that would have found its way through. It's such a beautiful effort. Well, look at that. Just generated the right amount of pressure behind that. Lovely chip. And that ball just lipped out at the last bit. It's got a mind of its own. But that would have been such an amazing birdie for her. And that's where she shines, doesn't she? She
플레이하겠습니다.
Lee Won's got her fans all around. Needs to finish on par, just like her other two group mates. And that's definitely going to be a problem for her now. She's going to drop 2 behind the leader. Hong Jun-min calmly watching on, and that's another bogey for her, and I think that she drops to 9 under. So Lee Won going through the blushes here, and I don't think it's got into the rough, got out of the rough, got into the cat box, got out of the cat box, finished off fairly well. Park Hyun-kyung, second stroke for hole 18, another one of my favorite golfers. Do love the way that she goes about her game. Time to tee off once again, and this is for Lee Won. She's going to go with an 8-iron. She's just got to get her drive right. You know, it's that swing has been bothering her a little bit. Right here on hole number 12, par 3 for the asking. And that's pretty much, I think, one of her best today. Lee Won gets ready to tee off for hole number 13. Remember, she struggled through this hole. Had a bogey and 2 even score finishes. Has yet to nail a birdie, but she did fairly well in that previous, hole 12. well, keeps herself on the fairways, and I think that's a good thing. She stayed off the rough with the past couple of holes, and her driving just improving a little bit. Remain untouched on that 7 under. She could have gone up to an 8 under. What's going to be tough for her now to hole 14 or to hole 13? Sorry, it's her second stroke for Lee Yvonne. 267 meters to cover. Just gaining a good bit of ground. Here's Lee Yvonne. And that's a very good placement from her. It could be, well, just her chance now to make up, fantastic in that red and white. So, hats off to her. She's really finished off well here today. Lee Yvonne now back to our main contestants. Aims for birdie on hole 13. This is a crucial moment for her. Remember, she came back from that 9 under to a 10 under. What can she do here? Oh, wonderfully done. And that contest is heating up. So after a bogey on the 11th, she's had birdies on the 12th and the 13th hole, and Lee Yvonne is here. Lee Yvonne tees off for hole number 14. It's a par 3 for the asking, 166 meters to go, and she's going to go within with a 6 iron. Well, she won the right to tee off first after that birdie on the previous one. And just that smile from her, a bit more confidence. She's been keeping that ball on the fairways, and now she gets it onto the green. Bit of a distance from the flagstick, but I think she'll still be happy. She did not hit the rough. So back to our ladies in focus. Lee Yvonne on hole 14 will aim for birdie here. She's carrying 11 underscore, remember. Chance for an outright lead. Well, she'll fall shy of a birdie, but I think she'll be happy that she can, well, stay within the even score finish. Go for it. Lee Yvonne, meanwhile, will tee off for hole number 15. Well played by Lee Yvonne. But this time she hits the rough. And I think this has really been, the bane of her performance in the last few days. Lee Yvonne onto a second stroke for hole 15, needs to get off the rough. Now let's see where she places it. Well, at quite a distance, a little bit further than her counterparts, but I think she'll still be happy to have, kept it on the green. We're just talking about the Dongray Bennis golf course. Now let's not forget this golf course was designed. Lee Won will aim for birdie on hole number 15. 8.4 meters to the hole that she's looking to cover. Well, almost does it for her. Almost does it. And I think this has been really the issue when you get into those last few holes. It's about, you know, trying to keep yourself safe, and that's exactly what she does. She'll tip her visor off. Oh, the crowds have certainly gathered, and what a joy to actually play to the crowds. And I do love golf fans because they understand. Gio, I guess, but I think she'll have to settle for an even score for that hole. See by a little bit what happens to the best of us, doesn't it? Up next, it's Lee Won, who will take her best shot. Now Lee Won had a few good moments teeing off. There's a good bit of wind that stepped in, as you can see, and I think that really can change the direction of the course of the ball. Hole number 16 as she tees off, par 4 for the asking, 357 meters. Oh, she's packed in a wallop on that one now. Left to be seen as to gains a good bit of height too. Oh, that's well done. Very good. Wang Yumin needs to get out of the beach. No more suntans on there. No more beach balls. But she needs to get out. She's on an even score currently, and she will finish with a positive. Well placed, I'd say. Having said that, it really has been a steady decline for her. From hole number 15 yesterday, where she was 7 under, she's come all the way down to an even score, and she will finish with an over. And that, I think, really is the problem. Still fairly even Stevens for, well, Lee Won and Hong Jun Min. You've got to remember that if it's a tie, the first event of the year being played in the Korean Republic, well, it's going to go into a decider, and the decider, of course, would be a tiebreaker, and that would happen on the last hole, which is the 18th hole. So left to be seen. Left to be seen. There have been moments last year when we've gone for 3 or 4 rounds of playing a hole 18. Lee Won will get behind it. Well placed, I would have thought, but that's just going to roll a tad bit away. And Lee Won will have to work, well, the carpet well if she has to get, well, a birdie in there. But the good thing is that she to be seen how she, well, navigates through that obstacle of hers. Wang Yumin looking to bogey the last hole. That's going to be a double bogey for her. An unfortunate finish to this event. Well, she was one of the challengers. Let's not forget, this is her sophomore year. She's the defending champion in, I think she'll have, well, a bit of a morale booster to take getting into the next event. Wang Yumin looking for a double bogey here. And she'll finish her event with a 2-over score. Ranked tied 34. It's so Lee Won aiming for birdie on hole number 16. Remember, she's still got a chance to keep that on par score, even if she misses a birdie, but you never know. That's just going to shy away from the tin cup, but let's not forget, she's still got herself in a very good position.
하겠습니다. 멈춰주세요.
Lee Won looking to finish on par for hole 16. And she, what? However did that happen? However did that lip out? Oh, that's got to be disastrous. Well, she's down to a 10 under now, drops to rank 2. But I think this hole 16 has turned out to be a bit of a, well, bogeyman hole, I would say, for Lee Won.
카메라 누르지 말아주세요.
Lee Won tees off for hole 17. She's the current leader. It's been such a joy watching these two golfers, you know, go at it with each other.
이안 도는 거 같네. 콩만. 얻어야 되겠지. 하겠습니다.
Here's Lee Won. Second stroke on hole 17, 327 meters is the total distance. Remember, it's a par 4 hole. You have to aim for the center of the fairway, and she did that pretty well. Performance. So keep in mind the fact this is 2022 all over again at the Doosan Match Play Championship, which happened in 2022. Lee Won at that time lost in the final hole to Hong Jun-min. What's it going to be today? Lee Won aims for birdie on hole number 17. She'll have to settle for an even score. I don't think she's going to complain too much about that. So if Lee Won wins this event, it'll be sweet revenge for her, or payback in a way. If Hong Jun-min wins this event, it'll just be, well, 2 feathers in the cap for her against. Onto the rough. You must aim towards the right. Try to get yourself towards the center of the fairways. And let's figure out if Lee Won can do that. It's a bit of a tough hole, really. She's had a birdie in all 3 rounds on this hole, Lee Won. So gains a bit more distance than her counterparts, but all 3 of them, of course, now just on the edge of the fairways. That I always think this could be a turning point. Now all depends on how Lee Won is going to fashion her effort. $193 meters to cover. So leave on. Well, in a slightly better position. Having said that, it's An Song-hee who did it best here. It to very well played Hong Jun-min. Leave on. What can she do now? Remember, she's aiming for an eagle. And she's got to push this to 11 under somehow or the other if she wants to stay in the running. Oh, that is stunning! That is stunning! And that means that she probably has just won it. 12 under, an eagle on 18. Oh, that is absolutely phenomenal. She can't believe it herself. Lee Won and Hong Jun-min tied in a battle here. It is this very hole where she lost to Hong Jun-min in 2022. But this is outstanding play from Lee Won. Just when she needed to pull an eagle out of the hat. Oh, she's done it there. That is probably, well, I'm going to take my words back. That is really the putt of the tournament. To finish with an eagle for the win. So now she's on 12 under. And she pretty much knows she's nailed the championship. Oh, that is fantastic. That'll be her 7th championship win of the KLPGA. Can't get enough of that. And, you know, we've got to thank our editors, our EVS specialists for that. Oh, that is superb. Different angles of that winning eagle from her. Well, if this had gone down to a tiebreaker, it would have been something, but believe you me, it cannot be a better finish. And 9 under, really the 3 best golfers in this event. Lee Won with 12 under, Hong Jun-min with 11 under, and An Song-hee with 9 under. And this is fascinating. Instead of just the cold water, you get actually sakura blossoms. Entire campaign year with an eagle. And the KLPGA 2025 winner of the first event in Korea Republic, the Doosan ENC Weave Championship, which has a prize money of 822,120.84. Oh, it's been a great performance. We will, of course, have Lee Won to, you know, well, give us a few words. Once again, that winning eagle soared high above the contest there. And that really nailed it beautifully. What a wonderful event. What an absolutely wonderful event this has been. So the golfers do record their scores. So the distribution chart is quite simple. If you look at it, you know, we're looking at about, well, the first prize winner will claim 216,000 Korean won. I'm just going to do the math for you here. What a cheer that was from the crowd, and what a celebration from Lee Won. So 216 million Korean won. So Lee Won will take home 147,000 $981.75. While second placed Hong Junmin takes home $90,433 US. And of course, finishing third best, I would believe, was An Sung Yi, a worthy, well, third place finisher, will take home $65,769.
선수 만나보겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
와, 우승 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
지금 그 어느 때 우승보다 좀 벅찰 것 같은데 우승 소감 한마디 부탁드릴게요.
네, 우선 이렇게 좋은 코스에서 대회를 개최해주신 두산건설 분들께 정말 감사드리고, 제가 시즌 초반에 우승을 빨리 첫 승 신고를 하고 싶었는데 이렇게 국내 개막전에서 우승할 수 있게 돼서 너무 영광스러운 것 같습니다.
축하드립니다. 자, 그리고 이 마지막 홀 이글 얘기를 안 할 수가 없어요. 홍정민 선수가 먼저 버디로 끝냈기 때문에 이글을 성공해야 우승이었잖아요.
네.
그 퍼트 넣으려고 한 건가요? 아니면 좀 안전하게 친 건가요?
솔직히 이글을 너무 욕심내다 보면 또 쓰리퍼시라는 안 좋은 결과로 이어질 수 있기 때문에 최대한 거리감만 생각해서 쳤던 것 같은데 운 좋게 들어갔던 것 같습니다.
아, 정말 이글 성공했을 때 환호성이 굉장히 컸는데요. 또 경기 중간에 9번, 11번 홀에 보기도 있었어요. 그때 약간 멘탈적으로 흔들렸을 수도 있을 것 같아요.
네, 두 홀 다 숏퍼터를 실수해가지고 좀 멘탈적으로 흔들릴 뻔했지만 바로 바운스백에 성공하면서 다시 제 리듬을 맞춰 갈 수 있었던 것 같아요.
아, 정말 대단합니다. 그리고 올 시즌을 준비하면서 몸무게도 증가를 하고 비거리도 늘렸다고 들었는데요.
네.
어떤 노력을 하셨는지 좀 구체적으로 얘기해 주세요.
네, 작년에 제가 체력적으로 좀 많이 부담을 느껴서 올 동계훈련 때 미숫가루를 아침 저녁으로 매일 챙겨 먹고요. 러닝도 많이 하고 체력 훈련도 많이 하면서 좀 많이 보완된 것 같습니다.
네, 이혜원 선수의 꾸준한 노력이 이렇게 또 우승을 가져온 것 같은데요. 자, 그러면 올 시작이 좋습니다. 시즌 시작이 좋은데 올 시즌 목표 마지막으로 한 말씀 해주세요.
네, 올 시즌 목표는 우선 올 시즌 4승과 단독 다승왕이 목표입니다.
네, 올 시즌 이혜원 선수 많이 노력하는 모습 많이 보여주시기 바라겠습니다. 지금까지 우승자 이혜원 선수 만나봤습니다.
감사합니다.